The Dooker loves team-ups. In fact, I constantly team up with the police to get Trash Johnson arrested for selling expired chili. You think this is a fucking game, Johnson? Anyway, it got me thinking about the Avengers. And how we're not gonna talk about them yet. Anyway, let's dig up the corpse of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Before superhero movies, let alone team-up crossover movies, had a consistent formula to making them watchable, they decided to adapt legendary graphic novelist asshole Alan Moore's work, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, into a movie. But we can call it public use character fanfiction crossover. The movie best remembered for ending Sean Connery's career still had bad boy Sean Connery commanding the screen even while he was phoning it in. Maybe because everybody else's acting was so wooden. The action itself isn't awful, but it is so marred by bad CGI and green screens that it has aged like milk. God, it's so hot I could use some milk. Ugh. Milk. It doesn't help the movie action-wise that it's filled with Sean Connery's old ass. A bunch of stank wankers that are better off in a drama about the Queen tickling the Prime Minister, and that guy who likes to remember walks. Who'd he ever beat? I can relent a little bit on Mr. Hyde because he doesn't look like Butt Sludge McGraw, and that might be because they used practical effects during the transformations. Kudos for not fucking that up. The dialogue in this movie is laughably bad. The studio collectively decided that only stupid idiots are going to watch this movie and do everything just short of spelling the words out for us. No one figures out anything on their own. Instead, the twists that you see coming from a mile away are spelled out for you without provocation or reason. So your heroes, who are supposed to be the best of the best, look like stupid assholes. And your villains look even dumber because they tip their hand early and are inevitably going to be outwitted by your heroes, who we just established are fucking idiots. This removes all suspense because instead of having characters jockeying for the upper hand, you have a bunch of unextraordinary characters being dragged through the most basic of narratives. I'd like to drag my nuts across this movie's face, but lovingly. Lovingly, like that fucking bitch who kicks you out. Special shout out goes to Stuart Townsend for being the worst part of this movie. Fresh off of showing he has nothing to offer to the screen with Queen of the Damned, he lazily recites his lines here. Punk-ass bitch shoots a man multiple times and still is unable to kill it. All while he is revealing his plan. The actor and the character are Russell Brand and Rebel Wilson levels of incompetent and worthless. This movie was a travesty when it came out. Alan Moore is not a fan of his adaptations, but he doesn't seem to have an issue continually selling the rights to his work. But this one arguably departed the most from its source material, and failed the hardest. The character dynamics are shallow and played with disinterest and or incompetency. The story is generic and the twists are banal. And visually it looks like paintbrush water after use. I highly recommend to put this on to mock incessantly. I'm gonna go put Dorian Gray in the Dorian Dooker and show him his fucking picture.